This is the first time I've heard him talk this way about Tucker Carlson. And by talking, I mean sharing this article. And here's the headline. It's in the New York Post. Douglas Murray, deranged Tucker Carlson backstabs Trump. And this is what Trump posted. In politics, it is often the people who you think have your back who end up stabbing you there. Nobody knows that better than Donald Trump. This is an op-ed by Douglas Murray in the New York Post, who has been stabbed in the back more times than Julius Caesar, yet has still survived. This week, part of the noisy right-wing online podcast sphere again turned on the president. Leading the virtual charge again was Trump's one-time cheerleader, Tucker Carlson. There was a time when Carlson was fully Team Trump. Carlson often appeared at Trump rallies as part of the warm-up act. But in the past year, he's tried to lead the MAGA base away from Trump and down a very dark path. Fortunately, the Trump base hasn't followed him there. The president's strong Middle East policy seems to have particularly deranged his one-time supporter. While the president has advocated a strong defense of America's regional allies, Tucker Carlson has spent 100% of his time trying to turn the MAGA base against Israel and in favor of Islamist regimes. His podcast has become remorseless. It's a roll call of Holocaust deniers, anti-Semites, Islamic extremists, and World War II revisionists. While attacking Trump, Carlson eagerly softballs interviews with people who love both Adolf Hitler and Stalin. Yeah, that's true. While President Trump shared this article, this op-ed, I don't read op-eds or even articles so much on the air, but the president wants everyone to know about this, so I'm doing it. While accusing everyone else of being obsessed with Israel, Tucker Carlson has obsessed about nothing else. While saying we're not allowed to talk about the Jews, he has talked about nothing but Jews. This obsession has culminated in a total derangement over the president's Iran policy. Carlson and other people in the right-wing podcast sphere pretend to be confused by the president, acting to stop the mullahs from getting an atomic bomb. At one and the same time, they say Iran was never seeking nuclear weapons and that Iran has the right to nuclear weapons. They pretend Iranians were nowhere near having a nuclear weapon. Carlson called Trump's actions evil and suggested he's once again been manipulated by, that's right, Israel. Then it goes into some stuff with Joe Kent. So I'm glad that the president has caught on to Tucker. And see, I just got locked out on my ex again. I have to verify my identity like nonstop. And then I saw this interview. This is a television interview, and it was of the leader of the Qatari National Democratic Party. Okay, this is the leader of the Qatari National Democratic Party, and there's been a lot of talk that Tucker Carlson is being paid by Qatar, right? So this is an Israeli television reporter with Libby Allen is her name, and she's Israeli, and she's interviewing the National Democrat Party leader of Qatar, and she actually asked him if Qatar is paying Tucker Carlson.
Please tell us if Qatar is paying Tucker Carlson.
Carlson, first of all,
notice how even the guy from Qatar is calling him Tucker Carlson.
Please tell us if Qatar is paying Tucker Carlson.
Carlson, first of all, I am very disappointed with him. I was respecting him as an independent journalist, but what happened after visiting Qatar in Doha forum, where he was driving and passing by the people who slaughter his own people in America, and he was saying American first, that was a big disaster and disrespect to the American people. That's number one. And the second thing, Tucker Carlson, he's very well known for having financial interest. Without his financial interest, he will not move. So yes, 100%, I do believe he have a financial interest with the Qatari government, and there is some hidden story behind his current propaganda machine.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I know that the Tucker fans won't accept this because the reporter that asked the question is Israeli, and they don't trust Jews. I mean, these people, they're sick. They're like right out of 1930s Munich, Germany. But here we've got a political leader in their National Assembly in Qatar who says, yeah, Tucker has financial interest in the country. I don't know, but this guy, he's there and he's connected and he says he does. And that would explain a lot. It would explain quite a bit, wouldn't it? And, it's important in people. I do get a lot of grief from people because I talk about, yesterday I was talking about how Alex Jones has been trashing the president. Now we're talking about how, Tucker's trashing the president. And a lot of people say, ask me, and they give me a hard time. Why am I doing this? Why do you spend so much time? It's gossiping. It's soap opera. No, it's important because these people have to be exposed. In a normal year, they'd have to be exposed. But we are in a election year. And these fake Republicans, fake MAGA, and fake influencers need to be called out for who and what they are. And they need to be exposed. I was appalled at Alex Jones. I'm not going to get into that now. I covered it on yesterday's show, so you can go back to yesterday's show and watch it. I had Shawn Ryan the week before. We've had all these people that we thought were MAGA, thought were with the president, and now they're out there trashing him all the time, not supporting that. And they are going to be exposed, and we need to expose them because you need to know who's real and who's Memorex. Right? And a lot of these famous people are not real. They're